we are trying to do, and I'll do a brief sharing about myself. I'm the CEO of Xerox Adventure. I'm also the CEO of another GameFi studio project called Skyak Studio. Skyak is currently incubated by Binance this season. We will have a big demo review, and then Xerox Adventure is like our guild partner, whereby I'm also the CEO. So we are actually trying to form the next YGG, Axis, Sky Mavis kind of tandem duo, right? So we're in a very good position because right now Xerox Adventure is also backed by several tier one VCs like Alameda, Animoca, and a few others. So today's sharing is more about sharing what Xerox Adventure is all about, and hopefully you guys will have the opportunity to support us and follow us for our TGE that's coming in Q1 next year. Get whitelisted for all the tasks. We'll be announcing several events and campaigns today, and then hopefully you guys can get involved. And then it's definitely a token that is going to the moon for sure. So, okay, I'll share a bit more about Xerox Adventure itself, right? So Xerox Adventure is basically what we call a guild actually, but it's not like the traditional guilds that you see in the market like YGG, Avocado, or any of these traditional guilds. We are more like a middle layer. We are like a system integrator. So think of us as something that producing systems that even other guilds can use. Even crypto hustle community can use our system. So what does it mean, right? So basically we build system. Our whole team is from Singapore. We built a management system whereby NFT owners can come to our platform to deposit NFTs, and we can assign to scholars that register with us, users that register with us. So if your community, you are a NFT owner, if you are a manager, or if you are a scholar that just wants to play the game and enjoy the game, we are the perfect platform for you guys to come. For all of you that is here today, when you come and use our platform, basically it's like a Steam directory. So if you guys have played Counter-Strike or Dota, we actually have a Steam for GameFi directory. So in our directory, basically when you log in, we will be giving you guys a NFT ID, avatar ID. So this NFT becomes your login ID. With this ID, we're able to track all your in-game progress. So for example, if you guys played Axis Infinity and you were a top 100 player, and then suddenly you switch to another game, maybe Star Sharks that's coming out right now, and then you manage to do very well for both games, you are actually able to level up this avatar ID that we give you. And you guys are able to stake this to generate returns from our platform itself. So you're not going to lose anything that you played in the previous game. We are actually able to track all your progress. And if you are a talented gamer, we will actually assign you premium NFTs to play. And then your returns will get even better and better. So what we are trying to do is actually to be able to profile gamers using our platform. And we have a lot of strategic partnership with games. So today's AMA is more to share about the Christmas events that we have in plan right now. It's actually ongoing. So we have onboarded 3 games, and they are all Binance backed. So they are considered tier 1 games. So the first game is Star Sharks. And then the second game is The Horizon. And then the third game is Elfin Kingdom. All of them are doing this thing on Binance or Launchpad or something like that. They're all selling their Binance NFT, right? So basically, we have strategic partnership with all these games, and we are going to onboard even more games in future. So when you guys come to our platform, Xerox Adventure, to register an account, get an ID to play, these are all the games that you are getting access to, and a lot more games. So we are actually going to do Launchpad in future as well. So I mentioned earlier that I'm also the CEO of Skyak Studio. Skyak Studio is going to do TGE in Q1 as well. So there will be Launchpad opportunity. There will be priority allocations to users. Like you guys are actually one of the first few community that we are talking to right now. So if you use our avatar IDs to play, you get a certain high level, and then you will be actually gain access priority queues to all the tokens, all the projects that we will eventually launch. So it's something that you can carry forward. So you don't lose whatever you have gained in this particular GameFi. We all know GameFi has a short lifespan, right? So games don't usually last 3 months, 6 months. But through our system, we actually record whatever you have achieved in all the past games, and we recognize it. And we actually give you a reward for that as well. So the first project that we onboard is Star Shark. Star Shark is a Binance-backed game. And in Starshark is doing their beta launch right now. They're going to officially launch on the 28th December this year, in a few coming days. So we actually have a campaign with them. So in this campaign, this Christmas campaign, there are already a few tasks that you guys can actually go and take a look. I think we'll pin the event in the group chat later. Then you guys go and fulfill the task. And then at the Discord level, you guys will be able to achieve a significant tag. So the first one is a Christmas socks. So if you have received that socks, it means that you have completed this task. And then we have 3 tasks in total. The second games that we have is The Horizon. If you fulfill this task as well, that we assign to The Horizon, you will get assigned a Christmas tree. And then the third and last is a Elfin Kingdom campaign that we have. Basically, if you fulfill the task for this third and final project as well, you have completed all 3 tasks, and you'll be selected. You stand a chance to be whitelisted, right? And then you also stand a chance to gain allocation to Elfin Kingdom. So Elfin Kingdom is a project that is projected to have a minimum 100x, right? So hopefully you guys are the lucky ones. We're giving away 10 slots of 100 USD each for an Elfin, right? So hopefully you guys can participate in our campaign. And for all of those that actually participated and got all 3 socks, tree, and Christmas hat, you actually automatically get rewarded, I think, a minimum of $5 Z token from us. And Z token is really backed by Tier 1. We will be announcing our Tier 1 VC private placement in January. It's definitely an easy, I would say, 20 to 30x easily. And that's a conservative estimate, right? So hopefully you guys can support us, and then we can take it to the next level, right?
Yeah, right. And just to be clear about the event, you don't just get rewards from us. You actually benefit from the game itself as well by participating in this event. So, for example, you can get the reboot and that kind of stuff from the games. So we really encourage you guys to join our Discord and Telegram and participate in these events, because you do not want to miss this. I cannot express this enough. So let's take a deeper dive into the system of Zero X Adventure, Kelvin. Maybe we can tell them a bit about our scholarship system and how unique it is compared to other guilds.
Right. So like I mentioned earlier, the biggest difference maker between Zero X Adventure and the existing guild right now, even the biggest guild right now, for example, YGG, we are a fully automated on-chain system. So like what YGG is doing at the Discord level is everything is very manual. If you're a scholar manager, for example, with our system, you can actually manage up to 30, 40 scholars below you. And we actually do a automatic daily tabulation. And we always have a lot of offline strategic partners as well. So for example, we are launching esports hotel across the whole Southeast Asia. We have 2 lineup in Singapore, 2 in Vietnam, and we are working for India side. We are working with Oyo. Oyo is a very successful brand that managed to convert a lot of backpacker, hostel, and 3-star hotel into their brand, right? So basically, what we're going to do with Oyo and all these local brands, we are actually going to put computers inside, or even handphones inside for you guys. If you are a user on our platform, you will actually be able to play and earn and even stay for free. Yeah, so that's the privilege that we're giving to our users right there. So basically, you will be able to go to all these esports hotel that we are partnering with, and then you'll be able to log in into our Steamfi directory to play. You'll see all this game right there, and then you go play. It's basically like what you see in the traditional gaming space, where you go to an internet cafe, you log in your Steam, and then you go in to play Counter-Strike, or you go in to play Dota, something like that. So, but think of this as a Web3 version. And then if one day you decided, hey, I'm not going to play anymore, your ID on our platform is resellable. You can actually customize it. You can gain it to some level. There are always people out there that's willing to buy your ID, right? Because it's not going to be easy to be able to leveling up your avatar. So how this works as a scholar or as a manager or as an NFT owner, everyone will be tagged with a avatar ID, right? And this is the profile that will follow you throughout. Yeah. So our scholarship system is a seamless experience that allows scholars and also managers and investors. So we will have a lot of NFTs in our treasury, and we are looking for scholars to come to our system to register and then let us assess you. So if, for example, we'll maybe start from Axis game, for example, we are able to assign you floor Axis to play the game. And then if we find out that you are actually a very talented gamer, with the same amount of floor Axis I'm giving to player A, B, C, but somehow player A managed to achieve 300 USD worth, we will automatically, our system will be able to filter you out and actually promote player A and give them better more premium NFTs to play. And then so that the reward is no longer using floor Axis, but actually using better NFT to play. So this is actually done to reward people that can actually play the game well. We want you to keep growing and eventually go towards becoming a esports player. Now, I was from a traditional VC background. I've invested in a lot of esports club, esports infrastructure in the past. We have developed several champion teams in Asia. So we feel that the future of GameFi, the game is going to get better. And the games are going to be more balanced with Tencent, Ubisoft coming in with their new games next year. There's going to be a lot of esports element. And we are trying to find all these talent players. We're trying to scout you guys, put you in the best position, give you the best NFT, and then possibly create a esports team. And then this will be something that you can create a legacy for yourself. Yeah. Right. So that's so great. Yeah.
That's really great. That's really great, Calvin. And actually, our school system is already live because you can apply for a scholarship in Theater Arena, for example. So go ahead, check out our website. You can see this. This is really good for you. This can really benefit people. About our exclusive system, we also have a wallet, this Avatar wallet. Maybe you can tell them a bit about that.
Right. So we just went live with a wallet system. In fact, all the tier ones are looking at our project is also because of this crown jewel technology that we created. So we managed to create a avatar wallet system whereby instead of using MetaMask, you can directly use our wallet to play, or we will assign you, if you register as a scholar on our platform, we can assign you a wallet with a given NFT inside and some gas fee to play the game. Now, what is this game changer technology in our wallet that none of the guilds are able to achieve? So if you look at all the guilds in the market right now, like even YGG, Avocado, Merit Circle, they are always focusing on one game, and that's Axis Infinity, right? Why aren't they playing other games? So the biggest reason for that is that in Axis Infinity, it is a only assets on-chain game. That means they are able to control the NFTs when they assign scholars to play. So they are unable. So all these guilds are sticking to this game, even though the SLP is dropping, income is dropping, but they're still sticking to this game. The biggest reason is because they cannot transition to the new games which is what we call fully on-chain games, whereby all decisions, all transaction happens on-chain. They cannot assign NFT to a scholar to play a fully on-chain game. Why? Because the moment they connect, you give them the NFT, they can basically take the NFT and go away. So that's a risk that none of the guilds are willing to take. And that's the reason why they are unable to assign. So games that are upcoming in Q1 next year, big titles like we have Elfin Kingdom, we have The Horizon, we have Voxys, we have Big Time. There's also a lot of assets on chain. We also have so there are a lot more new games coming out that's going to be fully on chain, and none of the guilds are able to play. But with our new wallet system that we created, and which is why the tier 1's VCs are investing in us, right? They are able to use our system to go and play the game. They are able to use our wallet to go and play the game. They are able to pass our wallet to the scholars to play the game. So this is a game changer technology. And 0x Adventure being a system integrator, we are actually we are an ally, a neutral party to all the guilds, and we also are a friendly partner to all the games. That is why games are willing to onboard our platform. Guilds are willing to use our system. Even traditional hotels like Oyo brands are willing to use our system, because what we are trying to build right now is a platform whereby we can aggregate gamers like yourself, NFT owners, manager scholars, and also bring in GameFi partners, guild partners. So there will be a lot of opportunities, privilege that's given to everyone that's on our platform. So things like Launchpad, private allocations, we actually give, when we get from games that we onboard. For example, once our user base grows to a big number, like 1 million users, we expect to hit about 500,000 in Q1 next year. and 1 million by the next half of the year, right? When we have a very strong amount of users on our platform, it's actually games that come to us to onboard. And when we onboard them, we will ask for allocations. And this allocation is what we are going to give back to the community, to our users. So if you're a consistent player that uses our system to play the games, we can actually see that because we actually profile you. Remember, we actually have an avatar ID that can track all your in-game progress. So we know how much you play, how much of a gamer you are, how much you contributed to our platform itself. And you will be rewarded because you will get priority allocations to all the launchpads that we do. Yeah, so that's something that we're trying to build. Being able to reward our users and reward them for the hard work they put in. Yeah.
This is going to be so great. This is going to change the game for good. I think we have given a nice overview of Zero X Adventure. Maybe we can move to the Twitter section because we had a lot of people asking questions for us. Maybe we can pick some and we can try to answer these. So should we start with the first question?
Sure, let's go.
So we had Corner 990 asking, actually, it was Sarah Bayo. She asked, partnership is always an important factor for every project. Who are the partners of Zero X Adventure, and what are the benefits you get from these partnerships?
So like I mentioned earlier, depending on what kind of partners they have, if it's a game 5, for example, that we're onboarding. So the partnerships that we get, we actually get for example, Star Sharks that we onboarded recently, we were selected one of the agency. We were given an agency contract. An agency contract is actually a higher level than a guild contract. So there are only 4 agency contracts that they've given out. The rest that are gotten in are all big names like YGG, and one from Europe and one from Africa. So what we get is a referral code. And that means all our users that go and play, there's a added earnings percentage that's given to our system, our platform. And we are actually giving that rebate back to you guys. So that means if I'm earning out 100 USD and I get a 5% additional referral cut, I'm giving you that 5 USD back to you guys. We're not going to be here to take advantage of you guys. We actually want you guys to maximize your profit. And then, for example, if we're onboarding a game, right, like Star Shark, they actually give us allocation, or we actually work with them to custom design avatar IDs that belongs to Star Shark games. That means you guys have a chance to go and mint a Star Shark avatar ID. It is a limited edition, so you guys can actually resell this as well. So there are so many levels that we can actually collaborate with partners. So for guilds, for example, we are working with several guilds that actually require our system. Titan Arena is one of the biggest game right now, right? So we are looking at it, and we managed to build a calculator for them. We built tools for them. And these are tools that they actually pass on to their current gamers to help them with their gaming to reach their maximum effect. Yeah.
I think that's really great. Let me see. We had Lolio. She asked my question about MechaBox. Can you give us a complete overview of how we can participate in this and how we can benefit from it? She's asking about the MechaBox, which we're doing the giveaway for. Maybe we can tell her a bit about this.
Right. So the MechaBox, in essence, is a blind box, mystery box that contains our avatar ID. So like I mentioned, we will launch our own avatar ID from Zero X Adventure itself. We will also launch limited edition ones from games that we onboard, like Star Sharks. We are building Sharks avatar ID, Crocodile avatar IDs, and Whales avatar ID, right? And all these ID actually comes with a base hash power. What is this hash power? So you are actually able to use this avatar ID to stake it and actually mint and mine for you Z tokens, which is our platform token. So how do you increase all this hash power? Like I mentioned many times earlier, play more games using our ID. You only need one ID to play multiple games. You don't have to create a brand new ID whenever you play a different game. And this ID will be something that's recording all your in-game progress. For example, you have achieved top 100 in Axis, it's recorded. You have achieved number 10 in this game, it is recorded. You have played 100 hours, it's recorded. Yeah. So keep using this ID, keep growing it, keep mining it, and then the APR, the base hash power grows with it. And then the more you use it to stake, the better you get, the more money you get back in return. Yeah.
And guys, this Mecha box, you can obtain it through the event that is live right now. So please join our Discord, participate in these events, and it will cost you nothing and it will benefit you a lot. So please join us, participate in these events, and you can win a Mecha box. We had Tensian88 asking us, what are we trying to accomplish with this project? So what is our driven mission? Why are we doing this?
So actually, I came from a gamer background. I used to play competitive Dota, so I know that for every gamer or every user out there, it's very frustrating when you know that you did so well in this game and then the game dies off, right? So GameFi right now is facing that every game only has a lifespan of 3 months, right? And then the tokenomics kills the game. So and then you will have to move on to the next game. So where is your track record? There's no progress, there's no track record. So what we are trying to create is that profile. And we want to reward everyone's hard work put in, even in the previous games. Every game counts, right? So there are people that play games for the sake of the money, and they'll just click whenever the skill is ready. So these are the kind of people that maybe we won't really want to reward, but there are players out there that actually put in the effort to play the game properly, to try to be the best. So we are trying to scout all these people out and reward them accordingly. So like I mentioned, if you are a good player, we can track, we can tell, and then we will actually promote you and give you better NFTs to play. Yeah.
Okay, and then we will move on to the last question from the Twitter section, and it's about security because we know security is really important. Have we completed any security audits?
Yes, so we are working with Certic and a few others, Zokyo and a few others, because they also have a severe backlog right now. So Certic, for example, is dealing with over 400 projects, but fortunately, they are also Binance backed, and we have a very strong relationship with Binance, right? So we do get priority queues. Apart from just auditing itself, we are actually doing a lot of online screening. So there is a company called TRM Labs. What they do is a constant 24/7 surveillance and tracking of all the accounts that we deal with. So because ZeroX Venture is going to run its own treasury, whereby it's storing a lot of NFTs, owners that deposit their NFT with us, NFTs that we buy with our own treasury. So they are able to screen all these accounts that we deal with to see if they are terrorist related, are they related to pornography, child pornography, or something like that. So it's a constant 24/7 surveillance. So we are very, very aware of the risks out there, and we will do everything that we can to safeguard any potential hacks or anything. So that is something that Singapore has always been pretty well known of, and we are following that notion. We are bringing that kind of level of security and governance for all our projects. Yeah.
Sounds really good. This is going to be top secure for everyone. We're going to move on to the questions from the community itself here live on Telegram. I'm going to ask you all to raise your hand if you want to ask anything to Kelvin or me. So please raise your hand and we will try to give you a chance to speak. We're going to choose 4 participants. Let's see. Okay, I see people raising their hand already. All right.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Great, we can hear you.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Sir, explain the voting on governance proposals such as protocol, upgrade, community, and events. Do you also have voting on gold cooperative election?
So rewarding what elections again? Can you repeat your question? Sahil, right?
Yes, Sahil.
Sahil, can you repeat your question? Abdel, do you manage to catch the question?
Well, he was lagging a little bit in the end, so I couldn't catch the full question. He's back.
Great.
Sir, explain the voting on governance proposals such as protocol, upgrade, community, and event. Do you also have voting on gold cooperative election?
I think he was asking about the governance in the beginning.
So governance, right? Okay, so like every guild, we have a DAO, DAO. We have a coin governance, whereby if you are a holder of our Z token, you have a voice, you have a vote to play in all the governance that we do. Because we have a treasury that we are actually deciding how we are going to spend our money, what kind of projects to support, what kind of projects to buy NFTs. So these are all governed by the DAO system, right? Like every guild out there, we actually let the community decide which is the right projects to support, and we will hear your voice, and then we'll decide on which one to go with. So it is not a very independent or centralized system that we're working. The whole guild functions as a centralized system, whereby all our token holders have a chance and a part to play. Yeah.
It's really good. Thank you, Sahil, for the question. Thank you very much. Let's see who wants to ask a question. Please raise your hands, guys.
Hello, sir. Hello.
Hi, Louis Hamilton. Yeah, I can hear you.
Are you hearing me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, my question is that do you have plans to create a job opportunities and for developing yourself? Do you have a scholarship and student funds?
Yes, definitely. We have a very, very automated scholarship system right now. In fact, it is so advanced compared to other guilds that are doing right now. Ours is all fully on chain. We actually even give you daily automatic settlement. You don't have to wait till end of the month or 15 days. It's actually a automatic daily settlement. But of course, the distribution depends on your scholar manager. So you get to decide whether you want to be a scholar or a scholar manager, because we have the NFT assets. And based on your profile that we have, of course, if you're a very experienced gamer at the scholar level and you have been doing very well in games, you have been doing 300 USD every month consistently, we will actually also want to promote you to a scholar manager level, and then we will assign you scholars to go manage. So there's always a progression in our system, because we are now able to profile every gamer, right? So keep working hard, and every hard work is actually seen by our system, and then you can progress. And eventually, what we are trying to build is everyone can have that dream to become from a scholar to a scholar manager and eventually become an NFT owner and an NFT investor, right? That's what I think everyone wants to be, just to buy NFTs, earn that multiplier effect, and then let other people go and play the game for you, right?
Thank you, Lewis. Thank you.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you for your question. And if you want to be a schooler, you can actually just join our socials like Discord and Telegram. Just ask for it and we can always help you out to become a schooler. Let's see who has another question for us.
Hello, sir. Hello. How are you?
Great. Hasham, right?
Hello.
We can hear you. Yeah.
Can you ask my question, sir?
Sure, go ahead.
Sir, my question, do you have professional tools like data modeling, game strategies, and training system to win the prize?
Yes, we do. So basically what we are building right now is actually we first start with our scholarship system, right? Like I mentioned, we will assign NFT to the scholars. And then from there on, we are able to track how well you play, because everyone plays the game differently. There are certain people that can play the game better. So there is a progression in the sense that we actually try to create an esports team out of all these players. Because the future of GameFi is going to see a lot of esports tournament coming in, more esports prizes coming in, Tencent coming in. You're definitely going to see a lot more tournaments. And we want to be right there in that position whereby ZeroX Adventure users that have been performing well to be given a chance to compete. In fact, right now, if you look at StarShark, they are in the beta test. We actually own the top 5 position in terms of the leaderboard. We actually have found talents from all across all the traditional esports club. People that are playing Dota 2, playing LOL, playing mobile PUBG, all these kind of games. We actually plug the brains, we actually recruit them, and they are actually the backbone of our strategy and meta team. So you will actually receive trainings from our strategists who are actually professional esports players. We actually have access to all this. So on our backend, like you mentioned, we actually have the AI and machine learning to do the tools. We are able to come up with the best meta. What is the best NFT pairing? What is the best kind of setup in terms of access for you to achieve that maximum money, right? Because we know it's very important for you guys to have a consistent stream of income. And then we have our own team that is constantly thinking, hey, now the game has changed because of this new patch. It's time to change the way to play. We actually have a very strong team doing this. In fact, they are all top esports players that have won tournaments in the whole Southeast Asia. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Hasham, for your question. I hope this answered it. We will move to the last person that can ask a question.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Hasham.
Thank you.
you.
Hello, sir.
All right.
Hi,
Hello, sir.
Shahaya. Yeah, we can hear you.
Loud
How
and
are
clear.
you?
Great, great, great. You're the last guy.
Can I ask my question?
Yes, please go ahead.
What was your goal when you have started to run your project? And what is the reason to focusing NFT and Game FI project?
Why we are focusing on NFT and GameFi projects? Is that the question? Sorry.
What was your goal when you have started to run your project?
Okay.
And what is the reason to focusing NFT and Game FI project?
Right. So I came from a gamer background, right? So in the past, when we play traditional mobile games, it's usually the other way around, whereby you are paying money to play the game. And then Game FI, by your definition, GameFi came in, and it totally changes the whole story, whereby you actually get to play the game and also earn money. So we call this new kind of game play to earn. So the reason why I'm starting a game studio as well that's backed by Binance is also because we are changing the storyline. We want to create good games, and we want to call it play and earn. Games should be fun, and then you are actually having fun and earning money at the same time. So that is the reason why we started this project. But then there's a lot of pain points along the way when we started building games, right? We realized that there are a lot of games, two kinds of games: assets on chain games like Axis Infinity, and fully on-chain games. But gamers like yourself, if you join a guild and you're a scholar, you are not being able to play the fully on-chain games. And there are a lot of good fully on-chain games that gives very good money. And then that is why we created 0x Adventure, to ensure that we have systems in place to ensure that you guys will always have NFTs to play, will always have GameFis to play, and you'll always have a consistent stream of income coming in. Because I think it's very important to have fun playing the game, but it's also even more important to ensure that there's a good money coming in, right? Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for your question. I think this really answered it. I think we don't have much to add to this. Let's wrap it up, Kelvin. Don't you think?
Yeah, sounds great. Fantastic. I think we have over 400 people today. Really appreciate everyone's time for today.
Yes, we're really happy to have you all here. So we want to give you one last announcement. It's actually a airdrop giveaway that we are doing. You're gonna be able to earn up to like $25 in Z tokens, and you'd never know how much that can turn out to be worth. So please, guys, if you want to participate in this giveaway airdrop, and we welcome everyone from Crypto Hustle to join us, please join our Telegram. We're going to do a big announcement there, our Discord as well, our Twitter. So come there and join us in this airdrop. We're happy to have you all there. And we hope to see you. Thank you so much for attending this event.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Have a advanced Merry Christmas. And we hope you guys can join the 0x Adventure family as well. Thank you. Bye-bye.